Okay, good evening to one and all. If I'm audible, give me a confirmation on the chat section, please. Perfect. So, yeah, I'm audible, right? Perfect. Okay, cool. So, welcome to day 5 for the bootcamp of CNN with CV, right? So, till now we have discussed about Python, we have discussed about some data structures, data types in Python, we have discussed about the differentiation between the ML and DL, right? And yesterday we have studied about the ANN, or you can say the neural nets or neural networks, how actually an artificial neuron works, right? We have the two parts in a neuron, one being the submission and one being the activation function part. We have seen how the activation function will going how we are going to choose an activation function to decide the parameter, to decide some situation, whether it belongs to a situation 1, situation 2, or so on and so forth. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about CNN, but before going on to discuss about CNN, I would like to introduce some of the courses that Shape AI has for all of you, so that if you're interested, you can enroll in them as well. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to go to the shapeai.tech website. Okay, now we have two programs. We have introduced two programs, one being the data scientist industrial training program and other being the full stack web development industrial training program. Okay, so if you are interested in any of those programs, you can go on and check the syllabus, and if you want, you can enroll in them as well. Okay, so now the batches available are two batches. 20th October that has already passed, so this batch has already been started. If you want, you can join the upcoming batch that is from November 1st. Okay, the the content that we are going to offer you will be delivered during the 11 weeks. Okay, that means for 2.5 months you will be learning data science. Okay, in this particular 2.5 month, every day you will be learning about data science. Okay, and you will be doing 30 projects, and there will be a lot of videos that will be provided. And most important thing, that there is no prerequisite. That means if you even don't know about Python, if you don't even know about the thing in this field, what exactly is this data science is all about, still you can join this, because we are going to start from the scratch. Okay, we are not going to start from at somewhere in mid part that I assume that everyone knows about Python or something like that, but still we are going towards starting from the scratch, so that even if you don't know anything, you can easily cope up with that. Okay, and all these are the instructors over here, and these instructors belongs to a very high reputed companies. Okay, they have worked in very known companies. Suppose we have instructor from Goldman Sachs, Geo, Amazon. This is me over here, even though I'm also an instructor over here. Then TensorFlow, Morgan Stanley, and McKinsey, and so on and so forth. Okay, then what exactly is this about? Let me tell you about the course, that how you will going to cope up. Okay, how you're going to cope up. First of all, you will be having the live classes. Okay, it is not a recorded session that if you enroll in this and we are going to provide you the recorded session, you have to watch at your convenience. No, it won't be like that, right? Because since I have already told you that we will be instructing you and we will be mentoring you in that, so you will be having the live classes. That means 5 days you will be having live classes, and after the live classes you will be having live doubt support. That means each day we will be consuming 4 hours. Okay, we will be taking 4 hours. In that 4 hours, the first 2 hours will be for the live classes. Okay, and the rest 2 hours for the doubt session. If you have any doubt respected to that particular class, you can easily go on and ask your instructor about that, and you shouldn't have to wait for any responses, or lately you don't have to wait for some time period so that you have posted some question and then you are getting back the response. No, over here everything is being live, instructor will be there, and you will going to get an opportunity to ask all your doubt according to the chapters that you want to ask to the particular instructor. Okay, apart from that, all the recordings will be provided. Suppose in case someday if you like that I have to miss the classes because I have some other works, don't worry, we will be providing you the recording of that particular live classes, so that you can also watch that particular live classes afterwards itself conveniently. Okay, along with, we will be providing you the complementary courses. to complementary courses over here is we are going to provide you the complementary courses of DSA. DSA stands for data structures and algorithms. Then the cyber security, and over here there's a choice. That means if you enroll with data science training program, you will be getting full stack web as a complementary courses, or if you have enrolled with full stack web, you will be getting data science training program as a complementary course. So total you will be getting 3 complementary course. Okay, one being the DSA, second being the cyber security, and third being either of these two. Okay, then again I have already told you, you will be getting the guidance from the top MNC people. They have a lot of experience, they have worked in a lot of more firms. Okay, what we are going to cover, okay, this we are going to cover the DSA. You will be giving the uh, what they say, you will be getting the complementary courses for this. Okay, we have already discussed about that. You will be getting the complementary courses for the DSA. We are going to start with Python, and over here there are subtopics over here that we will going to mention in Python, and most importantly we will be going to cover object oriented programming as well. So what happened that in this boot camp we have a very limited time, right? We have to complete the boot camp in 1 hour each day till 7 days. But over here we will be looking forward to Python in a very depth, that how exactly we can implement Python, right? What exactly is a list, what are the functions of list, and how we can utilize in real life programming. Okay, so we will be covering on all sort of things with Python. Then we will be providing you the material for the data analysis. Okay, then we will be learning about data analysis. These are some of the libraries that we will be learning, and then we are going to do the project with respect to each topic. Then we have the stats, because in doing machine learning you have to know stats, right? You cannot run from statistics. If you don't know statistics, you cannot perform or you cannot do machine learning, right? So we will be covering all the statistics as well, so it won't be a confusion that we are moving towards ML, so you are not getting to understand what exactly it is happening over here. Okay, then database is very important. Database is very important. Over here we will be going to cover the SQL language. Okay, and we will see how we can make some queries and all that, and again we have the project for this one as well. Then the very important topic is data wrangling. Okay, very important topic over here is data wrangling. The reason being is that this is a topic that consumes a lot of time. This is a topic that consumes a lot of time, and this is a topic that will going to give you an exposure how you actually have to work in the industry. Okay, how you have to clean the data, and how you have to gather the data, and you have to access the data. And data can be in any format. It could be not precisely be in the CSV format or the Excel format. It could be in any format. It may be an SQL file or JSON file, or either someone asks you that, hey, I don't have a data, kindly get it from web, so you have to do the web scraping to get it. Okay, and sometimes it happens that your data lies in the .txt file or .doc file. So how you are going to access that, we are going to discuss over here. And we are going to discuss about the data quality as well. How can you maintain the quality of the data? Okay, then we will be coming up to the machine learning. This is a very important topic. Okay, and these are some of the algorithms. These are all the algorithms that we are going to cover. Okay, so we are going to start with the linear regression, and we are going towards till the Thompson sampling, and we are also going to cover the NLP part. Okay, and we are going to see how the reinforcement learning works, how reinforcement learning has been implemented in autonomous cars and all that. We are going to implement all this part. How Amazon suggests a lot of products to us, how they suggest that, we are going to cover that in a priori and the eclat part. Okay, so you have a lot of things to learn, like how bank decides whether to give a person this particular loan or not. We will be going to cover in this decision tree classification part whether the person is suitable to get the loan or not, right? So there's a lot of projects, and for each topic we will be doing one project. Okay, that means when we have covered the linear regression part, we will be doing one project. Okay, again for this topic we will be doing one project, so you can imagine how many projects will be there. Okay, and at last there is a deep learning concept. This is a deep learning concept that we are discussing right now, right? We have discussed about the ANN, but what we have discussed is just only a small concept in 1 hour, right? But over here we will be looking forward ANN in very deep format, and then we will going to look forward the practical implementation as well. Then follow up we have the CNN, RNN, and we have SOMs and Boltzmann machine and GANs. This is a major important topics that had a boom these years, because how, if you have remember, if you have heard about the topic name as deep fake, right? Like we can easily take two images and we can interpret that images in a motion so that it looks like it is real. Okay, but since it will be an image, but it will be looking like it is a motion image. Okay, it is a motionful image, so we can easily do that and achieve that with the help of deep learning. So this is what we are going to offer you, and over here we have a lot of projects, so if you want you can check these projects out. Okay, so these are some projects that you are going to build throughout the session, and these are some technologies that you will be getting master on. Okay, and then yeah, and after that you will be getting an offer letter for an internship, and you will be getting the certification of your internship. The reason being is that over here you will be getting all the certification that has the Google developer group certification from Ranchi, and the MST, that is Microsoft Student Partner Group. Okay, so you will be getting 8 certificates for that, and you will be getting an offer letter along with this part. Okay, now have already mentioned that this duration is of 11 weeks, that means 2.5 months, and the next batch that is going to start is from November 1st. Only limitation over here is that we only accept 120 students in a batch. Okay, so after 120 students we don't accept for the current batch. We can accept the registration for the next batch. So all the registration is based on the first come first serve. Okay, and over here the price is 6,500. Okay, now if you use the link, it will the link on the, it will be provided on the description below. Okay, so go through that link and you will be getting 500 off, that is 6,500. Actually the course price is 7,000. If you look orally it will be 7,000, but if you use this link has already been pasted in the description. If you want you can go and check this out as well. You will be getting 500 discount in this course itself. Okay, so this is all about the data science program. If you want you can download the syllabus, study it thoroughly, and if you're ready to enroll with us, you are most welcome to do that. Okay, let's move on to the full stack web development. Okay, there are people who like to create some website, and awesome website, right? So entire structure will remain to be the same. The duration for this part is also being the 11 weeks, that is 2.5 months. Then we have no prerequisite for this. Okay, you don't need to know any language, that is HTML or CSS or React or JavaScript. Everything will be started from the scratch. This batch has already been started. Okay, now the next batch, that is from November 1, it will going to start. Okay, and these are your instructors. Okay, they are going to guide you throughout your entire session. Okay, now let me show you again the same thing over here. There will be 4 hours class every day, 2 hours for the live session and 2 hours for the live doubt session. Okay, and then you will be getting the complimentary courses, and these are the course syllabus. This part is a complimentary course. Okay, over here you can see this is 7,000, right? But if you want to enroll in this part, kindly use the link that has been pasted in the description below. By doing that you will be getting 500 rupees off. Okay, you will be starting with the basic of HTML and CSS. We'll be starting with very scratch. Okay, and then we are going to create some website, then we are going to learn about React, then we are going to merge with the Redux, then we are going to add some of the databases such as the MongoDB. Okay, so this is our entire package of MERN stack. This is the entire package of MERN stack. Okay, and now MERN stack has a huge demand in the market, right? MERN and mean. Okay, you can easily go on, and over here we are using MERN stack for this. Okay, and then you can learn about the DevOps tools. This DevOps tools is very important in the industry, how the Docker, CI and CID tools and Kubernetes works and all that. Okay, and these are some of the projects that you are going to make. You are going to make the Book My Show clone. You are going to make the book management API. Okay, API is very important if you're working in web. Okay, then you are going to make some Zomato development. Okay, Zomato backend and front end. So entirely you will going to create the entire Zomato platform. Okay, not only with the backend or not only with the front end, but entirely that includes the front end, backend, and even the DevOps tool. And then you attach the database itself. Then you have certain more projects that you can easily check this out. And these are some of the technologies that you can easily master in. Okay, So if you are interested in this, kindly go on to the hit on the link at the description below, download the syllabus, compare the syllabus. If you're fully satisfied, kindly enroll it. Okay, is this clear? Yeah, 500 rupees will be applied for everyone. Okay, doesn't matter where do you belong. Okay, even though for the international student itself it will be 500 off. Okay, so anyone can join this. Anyone can join this. Okay, is this clear? Perfect. Okay, so if you want the discount part, on the description below we have already added the link, so you can go on and you can enroll that. Go on to the syllabus, study the syllabus. If you want, you can ask the previous students that how was their experience, and if you are satisfied with all the responses, then kindly enroll in this part. Certification, you will be getting 8 certificates. Okay, each certificates for each modules. Okay, and you will be providing with an offer letter. So though it will be a training session, but you will be getting an offer letter of an internship, that you will be an intern at the Shape AI. Is this clear? Is this clear? Perfect. Okay, I hope there is no more doubt. If you have any doubts, kindly ask, and then we are going towards the today's session. We are going to cover with today's session. Any doubts? You can take your course anytime if you want. Okay, just make sure about the dates, and then you can enroll it accordingly. It's not compulsory that you have to enroll for the November batch only. Do it and see your own convenient time. Okay, if you feel like that you want to join from December, Jan or May, anytime you can easily join it. Okay, if you want to you can go with the freelancing part, and that will be the better option for that. So, time for the session will be 6 in the evening. It will going to start 6 in the evening, and 4 hours, that means till it goes like 10 to 11. Okay, so from 6 in the evening it will go till like 10 to 11 in the evening. Okay, so that consists of 4 to 5 hours you will be consuming, and you will be learning. And over here, starting 2 to 3 hours will be of your online lectures. Okay, live lectures, and then after that, after all the time will be dedicated to the live doubt session, so you can easily ask your doubts to your respective instructor. Okay, the duration of this course and the internship is 2.5 months. Okay, that consists of 11 weeks. 11 weeks course, 2.5 months. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear? Give me a confirmation, yes or no. Perfect. So I hope there is no more confusion regarding this, right? So let's start with today's session. Okay, let's start with today's session. Now we are going to cover the CNN. Today we are going to cover CNN. CNN, what's CNN? Convolutional neural network. Convolutional neural network. Okay, now the first thing that comes in mind, that we already have ANN. We already have ANN, then why do we need CNN? We already have ANN. We have already discussed yesterday that we already have ANN with us, right? What is ANN? Artificial neural network. Artificial neural network, right? We've already seen we already have the ANN, and ANN can be achieved. We can do a lot of tasks with the help of ANN. Then why do we need the convolutional neural network? The reason being is that, suppose I am having, let's say this is an image. Let's say this is an image, okay, and over here there is a digit has been printed over here. Let's say the digit is 9. Okay, the digit is 9. Now what happened, this is the image, and I want the machine, or I want my model to predict out when I say that, hey, you have to identify what is the number over here. The model has to identify what is the number written in this image. Okay, this is 9. And if I ask you, is this the only way to write the digit 9? Is this the only way to write the digit 9? Yes or no? Tell me. Is this the only way to write the digit 9? No, right? 9 you can write in any format. You can write in any format. Suppose some may write 9 as like no, it's a G. Okay, sorry. Some may write 9 as this. Okay, at some point it is this. Okay, though it's looking like 4. Some writes like this. Some writes like this. It could be of any orientation, any form. Right. So what happened? This is the entire concept that we give this image and ask the model to predict the digit over here using the ANN. Now what happened in the ANN? The size of the image is very large. What happened? The ANN also takes those areas that are irrelevant, and that's why a lot of more computation has been applied. So how do you see this image? This is an image. How actually we see the image, if in the technical term, all the image is been made up of pixels, of small pixels. Okay, all the images are made of small pixels. Yes or no? Any image you see are made with or made up of pixels. Okay, so when you zoom, you can say that all the pixels are stretching off, right? When we say this is a video, the resolution for this video is 720p and the resolution of one video is a 4K. If I ask you which among the two will going to have a high quality image, 4K or 720? Tell me. 4K or 720? 4K, right? 4K will going to have much more clear, much more brighter, much more contrastic picture. Okay. Now when I say how I define this, this P over here stands for pixel. This P stands for pixel. When we say this image is a 4K and this image is a 720K, that means in this 4K the number of pixels are more. Number of pixels are more as compared to the image of 720p. Getting this part? Getting this part? Yes or no? Right. When I say this is a 4K image, that means that number of pixels in a 4K image is more, comparatively more to the 720 pixel image, right? So this is how a pixel looks. Okay, this is a circular matrix box kind of stuff. Over here, this is all pixel. Now see, this is my 9 has been drawn and all this are pixel, and all this pixel ranges, there has a range from 0 to 255. These are the colors. If you remember, if you have ever heard about RGB colors, where R stands for red, G stands for green, and B stands for blue. Okay, why RGB? Because by the help of all these colors, you can create any color. By the help of RGB, you can create any color. Okay, and the intensity depends from 0 to 255. Okay, if red is 0, green is 0, blue is 0, it may happen the color becomes is black. Okay, now with 0 to 255, you change your intensity. That means each block, this is one block, or you can say this is one pixel. Okay, each pixel will going to have the intensity of this RGB between 0 to 255. Between 0 to 255. Getting this or not? Yes or no? Okay, perfect. So what happened that if this is a pixel, see this pixel over here, this is one pixel, but this pixel is unused. When I say unused, it means over here there is no numbers or nothing over here. This is a blank color. So suppose for this RGB is 0. Suppose for this RGB is 0. For this RGB is 0, and so on and so forth. But over here, if you see this, for this RGB may be different because this is one shaded region. The color over here will be different. right? The color over here will be different. So suppose the RGB over here, maybe it could be 56. Okay, it could be 56 over here as well, over here as well. All the intensities will be there. Okay, so all the pixel will be defined with the RGB intensities. So what the flaws in the ANN is, whenever you are going to give this for the training purpose, whenever you are going to give this image to the model, this particular ANN model also include all these regions as well. See, it also includes all these regions as well. Now these regions are of no use. These regions are of no use. I don't have to train my model for all of these regions, because over here there is nothing to identify. There is nothing to identify, right? If I give it this portion is very important, right? Because over here we can easily find out, okay, if I'm getting this, what all numbers can have this part. Okay, so this is the flaw of ANN. This is a flaw of ANN, that it also consider those features which are irrelevant. Okay, and though it consists of those features that are irrelevant, it will going to increase the size and of this particular model, sorry, of this particular image. And though it will going to take a lot of time for the training purpose, and when we say it will going to take a lot of time, and also the computation power will be used, will be more. Getting this part, yes or no? Getting this part, yes or no? Okay, perfect. So let me explain you in a detailed manner, and this is a reason why we use CNN, because CNN says that, hey, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to waste my time on all these pixels that are unused. I'm not going to waste on all to apply all the computation and my energy to compute or to predict something or to get insights from this unused pixel, because they are worthless, right? They are worthless for us, so we are not going to include that. CNN says that I'm only going to include those pixels which are useful for us, Okay, suppose let's take an image. Let's take an image. Okay, let's take bear. Oh yeah, let's take this image. And we are here. Copy the image. Why is it not happening? I'm not sure why it is not getting pasted. Okay, I think there is some issue with this Jamboard. Let me refresh this. Okay. Yeah. So let it load. Okay, so we are going to discuss that, suppose this is one image, this is an image of a bear, how the machine will going to learn, so that at some point of the time, if you're providing this image and you will going to ask that which image is this, which animal is this, so how a machine will going to tell you. Okay, let this image load. Is it working? Let's take this image only. Perfect, let's take this image. Okay, Now this is one image, this is a dog image. Okay, now how the CNN or ANN works, how the ANN and CNN, how the neural network works is, you are going to provide this image for the training purpose. Okay, so what is happening in the backend? What is happening in the backend? CNN says that I am only going to take the feature. Over here, there's a lot of feature. Okay, see over here, this eye is one feature, that okay, dog has this kind of eyes. Dog has this kind of eyes. Okay, this is one feature. Another feature I can see is their ears, right? They have a long ears. This is second feature. Third feature is the nose. Okay, fourth feature is the mouth shape, or you can say tongue or something like that. These are some of the features that I have defined. Now what I am going to do, I am going to tell my model, hey, listen, these are all the features. This is the ear, this is eyes, this is nose, and this is this. Okay, whenever you see all this thing, whenever you see all this part or similar to all this part in an image, you will going to tell us that this is our dog. This is our dog. Okay, suppose I have given him the image of a cat. Let's take the cat image as well. Let's take the, okay, so I have given the image of this cat. Okay, so what happened, the AI, sorry, my neural net will going to take the eye. This is one feature of this eye, right? This is one feature. Then we have another feature. Then we have another feature. Okay, now they will going to compare. Now they will going to compare. Now the neural network will going to compare. Hey, the nose, if this is a dog, if this image is a dog, this image, oh sorry, this image ear should be long, but the image, the ear is very short. Ear is very short. Okay, now second part, let's check about the nose. No, there is a differentiation in the nose as well. There is a differentiation in the eyes as well. There is differentiation in the tongue as well. So this is not a dog. This is not a dog. So if it's not a dog, then it will be a cat. That's how it works. Okay, in ANN term, what happened? ANN will be considering this region as well. If suppose this is one pixel over here, ANN will going to consider this pixel as well, which in turn increases the size, which in turn increases the size, which in turn increases the computation power, and simultaneously it will going to increase the time as well. Okay, so what the ANN says that I am not going to bother about all this region. I am only going to focus on these part, on these features only. So it will be more relevant, first of the thing. Secondly, it will going to be less time consumption as compared to the ANN, and I will be more focused on getting the job done, and I will not be going towards those areas which are not relevant, right? This is the entire scenario of ANN. This is the entire scenario of, so this is the entire scenario of CNN. Is this clear? Is this clear? Yes or no? Okay, perfect. So CNN, in this CNN we have some subparts. CNN has two kind of topics, subparts. One is known as the image processing. These are some of the areas where you can use CNN. Okay, we have the image processing, and secondly we have the CV, that is computer vision. That is computer vision. Okay, now this image processing is a subset of computer vision only. Okay, this image processing is a subset of computer vision only. Let me write it over here. Subset of computer vision only. Okay, so using this CNN you can achieve the image processing. Image processing means to get some insights from an image. Okay, you get an image, you will going to get a lot of information. You can take a lot of information, insights from this image. This is a computer vision. Computer vision, that you are going, the computer will going to replicate human eye. Computer vision means that the machine will now going to replicate the human eye. Firstly, In deep learning, we have seen the entire concept of deep learning is that machine will going to replicate human brain, right? Computer vision says that okay, we have the brain as well, but we should also use eye as well. We should also use eye. Okay, human also takes some decision using eye as well. Okay, suppose I am driving, in front of me there's a dog. I have to make the decision. I have to make the decision. Okay, my hand cannot see that there is a dog. My eyes can see that there is a dog, right? So this organ will going to help me out to look for the things, right? And according to that only I can make decision. This is how the Tesla cars work. This is how the Tesla cars work. They know that when to change from one lane to another lane. They know when to stop. They know what's the object in the upcoming, what's the object in the front in front of them, how they have to respond. They use computer vision. Computer vision is a part of CNN, and CNN is a part of deep learning. That means computer vision is also a part of deep learning itself. Okay, that's what a computer vision is all about, replicating human eye. How the human eye take the information, visual information, and send the signal to the brain through neuron, and how the brain then decides. Okay, this is all about the computer vision. Is this clear? Is this clear? Give me a confirmation. Okay, perfect, awesome. So this is about the computer vision. Okay, suppose you want you have seen in your phone there's a face unlock and all that system, right? We use computer vision there. We use computer vision there in your face unlock and all that system. We use computer vision. Okay, so by that you can create a lot of apps where you are first have to recognize the face. Sorry, first you have to detect the face, and then you have to recognize face. So you can easily perform with the using computer vision itself, and it falls under the part of this CNN. Okay. Now when you perform the ANN, every step will be the same of the ANN, just there that we have some complementary steps in CNN. Okay, in the ANN we have seen, when we have this ANN, we have seen this part that you have a digital image. Okay, in ANN what happened? You provide a digital image. That digital image get converted in a form of arrays. Okay, that digital image is in this image. If this is an image, then definitely this image is also been made up of lot of pixels. Yes or no? Right? So what happened that since computer, we have already seen that computer only understand numbers. They play with the numbers. Computer only play with numbers. They don't know English. They don't see that image and all that. They only works with numbers, right? So what happened, since all the image is being made up of various pixels, suppose these are some pixels, these are some pixels. Okay, these are some pixels over here. Okay, so what happened, you have to convert this image into an array. Array means, let's suppose this is a list. Over here you have to convert into a, what's the dimension of this image? What is the dimension of this image? What is the dimension of this image? 2-dimension, exactly, it's a 2-dimension image. Why? Because we have the x-axis and we have the y-axis. So the array that will be created will be a 2D array. Okay, it will be a 2-dimensional array. In that 2-dimensional array, you have to convert this image. This image will be converted into a 2D array, and all the pixel value will be kept over here. Suppose this is a region where we are not working, where we are not using any of the data. Okay, not we are not using, we are not having any feature, so it will be 0. Then suppose after here the value may have 234. Okay, all this value will going to range from 0 to 255 only. from 0 to 255 only. Okay, then we will going to convert it into the array, 2D array. Then after that, what we are going to do, we are going to give this part to the, we are going to do flatten the array, flatten the matrix, or you can say yeah, we can say flatten the matrix. Then you are going to flatten the matrix. Okay, so what is the flattening means? What is the flattening means? If it is a 2D array, convert it into a 1D array, so that each point will now going to become the input. Each value will now going to become the input. Okay, so now you are going to pass it to the neural network. Now you are going to form a neural network and you are going to pass it on. Okay, where is it? Yeah, and then you are going towards the output layer. You are going towards the output layer. These are some steps in the ANN. What happened in CNN, that everything of ANN will be there, but before that, what happened in CNN? What happened in CNN? We have already discussed that over here digital image been created and the image, the array has been created for the digital image. That means this array also includes those features as well which are not relevant, right? That's why we use CNN to choose only those relevant feature. Okay, what happened after this digital image get converted into this array? Okay, after this digital image is get converted into this array, now this will going towards the CNN part. CNN has a fully connected block. We have a fully connected block. Okay, we have a fully connected blocks. This array has to pass through this fully connected block. Okay, after which when you successfully pass from fully connected block, then the output of this fully connected block returns to this flatten the matrix, and then again the same thing happens. What happens in this fully connected blocks? There are two process happens in the fully connected block. What are those process? One is the convolutional, or some also call it as a filter. Okay, and we use ReLU function for this. The activation function that we use for this is ReLU. Okay, yesterday we were talking about the ANN, we have chose sigmoid function, right? Over here for the CNN we will be choosing ReLU function. Okay, and the second is pooling. There are two kinds of pooling. One is the max pooling and other being is the average pooling. These are the two process that happens in this fully connected block, and this process repeats itself, and the output that it generates will now going towards the ANN part. It get flattened, and then again the neural network and output layer, everything will be going to continue. By the help of this fully connected block, what happened that we are getting the array. In this array, what is happening? In this array, all the features that are irrelevant is included, right? Now in this fully connected block, we try our best to only choose those features that are relevant, and then we are going to give the array itself. We are also going to give the array itself. But in this array and this array, there is a huge difference. The reason being is that this array contains the irrelevant feature, but this array doesn't contain the irrelevant feature. Now it will be very accurate. Okay, our model will be very accurate, the accuracy will be high, the computation power will be less as compared to this ANN, and the time consumption will be less. Is this clear? The difference between the ANN and CNN? Yes or no? Give me a confirmation. Okay, getting this or not? Perfect. Okay, so this is how the ANN works and this is how the CNN works. Everything will be the same as the ANN works. Only the thing is that in RNN or CNN, we are adding something to it. We are adding some new to our previous model to overcome all the cons that the previous model possess. Okay, over here we have seen the ANN is working fine, but after that we have realized that ANN is also including those elements as well, or those features as well, which are not relevant, and if they are not relevant, why will I am going to give this input to my machine to learn it? Because it doesn't, if it doesn't make sense. If suppose I am having a syllabus, if certain topic I know that this topic is not going to come in exam, then why should I learn about that topic? Why should I waste more time on that topic? Yes or no? If you are preparing for an exam and you know that this topic, this entire chapter will not be coming, will you still gonna read? Will you going to consume more time on that topic as well? Yes or no? Yes or no? No, right? You will not going to spend more time because you already know that topic is not going to come. That topic is not going to come, then why should I waste my time over here? Right? Exactly the same way CNN sees that. Exactly the same way CNN sees this issue that the ANN possess. It says that I am going to take your array, that whatsoever ANN is providing, I am going to make sure that this array should pass through these processes. The first process is convolutional filter. Over here we choose a filter, and suppose if our matrix is of 15 by 15 matrix, 15 by 15 matrix, this will going to help us to convert it to suppose 7 by 7 matrix. Now see, a image that was initially having 15 by 15, that was having a dimension of 15 by 15, now that image has been converted into 7 by 7. Don't you think that we have reduced the size as well? Don't you think that we have reduced the size as well? Yes or no? Right? Right? And now see, if we have reduced the size, so now you can imagine the amount of time that the machine will going to consume for making prediction or learning about the image that is having 15 by 15 dimension will be way more than as compared to the image that is having dimension as 7 by 7. Yes or no? Right? So that's why we use a filter value, we use a filter matrix, and then we are going to find out the convolutional. After that, this convolutional go on to this pooling layer. This convolutional, after passing through this convolutional, this array, okay, pass towards the pooling layer. In what happened in the pooling layer? In this pooling layer, your, suppose this was 7 by 7, your matrix becomes like 3 by 3. Your matrix becomes 3 by 3. Now see, initially this array was having the dimension as 15 by 15, 15 cross 15, right? Now this array is having a dimension of 3 cross 3. Now you can see that this array will only includes only the relevant feature. This array includes a relevant feature, and since the size is very small, so the amount of time will be less, right? The amount of time required for a machine to consume on this image will be way less, okay, and it will be more accurate because we are only providing the machine only the points where they have to look forward, and these are the features. Getting this part? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, cool. So this is all about the CNN. This is all about the CNN, how when we use, and how actually what is the backend structure. Okay, what is the backend structure of the CNN, how it is differentiated with the ANN, and definitely there are a lot of more neural network algorithms. We have the RNN as well, we have BERT model, we have GANs, autoencoders, and all that, right? But the structure will remain be the same. You will going to have an input layer, then you have the neural network, and then you will going to have the output layer. What changes you make will be in the neural network and the input layer, how it will going to affect the output layer. So all the scenario will go on and on and on. Okay, so that's all for today. This is the differentiation between the CNN and why we have to use the CNN. Okay, why we don't have to use the ANN. It's not like that we should not use the ANN. At some point we should use the ANN. Okay, but CNN stands way away from ANN. It stands more prominent as compared to this ANN. Okay, so that's all about the CNN and ANN. Tomorrow we are going to do the practical implementation of CNN. We are going to take some images of like dogs or cats or some animals, and then we are going to train a model. Okay, and then we are going to differentiate it, how a model can differentiate whether this particular image belongs to a dog or it belongs to cat. Okay. Website link for registration is already being provided in the chat description. Oh, sorry, in the description itself. In the video description, if you scroll down, the registration link has already been provided there. Okay. Is this clear? Yes or no? Drawbacks of CNN. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of drawbacks as well. Because over here, if you see, the initially the array, the size of the array is 15 cross 15, and we have reduced the size from 3 by 3. And when we reduce the size, then definitely we will be leaving out some important features as well. Suppose there are some features. If you reduce the size of an image, then definitely it affects to the pixel as well, right? If you reduce the size of an image, it affects the pixel as well. The quality of pixel also decreases, right? Yes or no? Right? So in that manner, if the pixel size is decreasing, then what is happening? It may happen there will be some of the features that we are going to neglect, whereas they can stand as the powerful feature. So that's the only drawback of CNN. Okay, data loss, definitely there will be a data loss. There will be a data loss in this. Okay, perfect. So let me put the attendance link. This is for the day 5th. Yeah, it is. Let me put over here. And ping the image. Okay. So attendance link has been pinged on the top corner of the chat section. So you can go ahead and you can easily fill up your form. Okay. Now that's all from my end. Tomorrow I've already discussed that what we are going to do. We are going to perform the practical implementation for what we have learned so far. Okay, perfect. So when should we use ANN instead of CNN? You should use ANN. You can use ANN at any time, but try to use CNN whenever you are dealing with some medias. Okay, whenever you are dealing with some medias file, try to use CNN. When will we get the project? You will be getting the project on the last day. You will be getting the project on the last day, that is day after tomorrow. That's the last day. On the 7th day I will be explaining you what project you have to do, and according to that you have to submit the project in order to get the certification. Is this clear? Is this clear? Is this clear? Yes or no? Perfect. So that's all from my end. Thank you so much for joining in. Okay, let's meet up tomorrow, and then we are going towards the practical implementation. Okay, so thank you so much guys. Thank you for joining. See you all. Bye. What is this? I have without submit projects. I didn't get this. Oh yeah, you have to submit the project in order to get the certificate. Okay, you have to submit the project in order to get the certificate. Okay, so kindly make sure that you submit the project on time. Okay, so thank you so much for joining in. Let's meet tomorrow, and then we are going to discuss further. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great time. Bye. See you all.